Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here for the weekend shift. What is going on? How you guys doing? What's up? Terry Baker, he was in the coaching session doing great things, asking some awesome questions. Brent is in the house. Bien Cruz, good morning, good morning. And Beach Bum, my favorite place to be, the beach. Let's see, Sand Dollars in the house. Good morning, all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna try this. Let me see. Will October be red or green? Let's try something new. Let's try something new. Let me see. Nope. I only want those two. Yep. Now do it. Start poll. Must contain 1, 3. Nope. Okay. Let me do it. Why didn't you let me do it? Anyway, I'll figure it out. Let's try to start a poll. Great. That ain't working. All right. Screw it. I tried. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I'll have to mess with that later on. And this week has been really newsy, really newsy, meaning that's the only reason I think SPY is, green on September. All right. Remember I was talking about last 6 years, it's been red in September, red. And it's not. So honestly, I think it's just all the news out there. All the news. Before we get too far into it, go check out thestratsoldier.com. Check out my execution course. This is Cedric. I did a one-on-one with him. The follow-up on things. All right. He's doing great. And he trades Forex. Okay. He trades Forex. He says, for all those out there, for all the traders out there, I was really impressed by Strat Soldier's execution course. He explains everything to a T. Lots of questions I had learning the strat explained in his execution course. It's worth it. Don't miss out. All right, go check out that execution course. And I got a bundle. I got a new bundle. All right, new bundle. Get one of these strat. There's a bundle. It's called the Strat Starter Kit. The Strat Starter Kit. Get the Zero to Trading and Hammer in Force, and then I send you one of these coffee mugs. All right, send you one of these coffee mugs so we can laugh at the charts and drink coffee together. All right, the Strat Starter Kit. 2 ebooks, 1 coffee mug. Let's see. Good morning, everyone. Let's see. Yeah, real newsy this week. Lots of news. CPI, PPI, and then for some reason we're looking at PCE. I don't know why we're looking at PCE. I know PCE, they started looking at that back in 2023, and I'm like, why? Why are we looking at PCE? But it's a new thing. It's probably something that, I'm not saying it's a report. I'm just saying it's a new thing that we're looking at. Like, why? So, I don't know. Next week we got jobs numbers coming out. We got jobs numbers, possible government shutdown, quad witching. I think it's just a lot of stuff going on next week, and then also the new opening of October, whole new month. Sand Dollar with the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. Again, the rule is if you use the super chat, I gotta stop talking about what I'm talking about. Talk about what you want to talk about. So what do you want to talk about, Sand Dollar? Good morning, everybody. Zay's in the house. What's going on? Snickerdoodles, Snickerdoodle bundle kits. There you go. Yeah, I need to put some candy in the coffee mug. That's what I need to do. Zay is in the house. Go check him out on YouTube. We've been having a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of fun on Twitter, just talking just trading in general. Speaking of Zay, quad witching was this month. The next one is December. Okay. So Zay, what's happening? Well, government shutdown. He says he wants to talk about TEM. All right. Sand Dollar wants to talk about TEM. Dub Jones is in the house. What's going on, Dub Jones? Let's get to the charts. Let's do it. All right. He wants to look at TEM. Tim and them. Tim. All right, 2 up on the month, forming a shooter. Let's see how that closes for September. Big fat scenario 3 on the week. Taking them to the lows. Goodness gracious. Nice broadening formation you got on the 60-minute. Getting killed. Why are we looking at this thing? Why are we looking at Tim? Tim is getting wrecked. All right, Tim's AI company looks like, and it's brand new to the world. It started its small life in June 2024, and here's the months. So something new. Let's see what they want to do. No actionable signal for next week, but you could get that 3-2 down. All right. If it doesn't go 3-2 down, it could get stuck. All right. Mother bar problems. You don't want that. You don't want them problems. You don't want mother bar problems, because then it could just do this. Get all stuck in here and be terrible. We don't want mother bar problems. We want this thing to either go, let's get rid of these. We want this thing to go 2-1-2 up or 2-1-2 down. All right, give us a direction. That's what we need. We need a direction. Background here, this here. Yep. Okay. We want something like we're looking for this thing to go like this. All right, 3-1-2 up. A 3-1-2 down. All right. Honestly, it could go 3-2 down. It could go 3-2 down, but we want to see if it starts consolidating. All right. Then we can start working that thing. Sand says, I like the 3 near the bottom of the broadening formation and ready to see it go back through the broadening formation to the upside. Okay. So, yep, buyers on the month. Let's see if they want to do something like this. All right, that could be a possibility. That takes about 2 weeks to set up. So let's see. We'll see. It could just start ripping to the highs next week for no reason, just because it's at the bottom of the broadening formation on the daily. We'll see. Ready for that newsy 2-1-2 up catalyst back up. All right. Very cool. I like it. Oh man, I'm all fuzzy. My face. I got a trick for that. Bam, I'm back. I got 6 minutes. On my intro. Speaking of Zays, out here talking about price and time. That's the Strat. He said, no, man, that's ICT. I was like, ew, yuck. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wrong chart. Wrong screen. I was like, yuck, man, gross. Where's that here? It was a fun day. Price and time. Let's go. We're going back to the 22nd. Anything out there funny or interesting in Twitter land? Strat Warriors. We did our coaching session this morning. So much fun. Shout out to Erica. Yeah, this thing, I'm always posting something funny. Yeah, when we start talking about PCE, like, ew, I ain't trying to, here's another report that we got to watch. No, I ain't trying to do that. What's up, Ryan? Always out there. Strat, Richard Judge, you will be judged. Good morning, Warren B. Some funny stuff out there. Yeah, again, PCE. Like, why are we looking at this? Like they tried that in 2023. Why are we starting a whole new thing? There's too much stuff to watch. There's all kind of reports. Shout out to Mr. F2 Rev. AMD Automatic Money Destroyer. She's been doing her thing. All right. If you bought calls or puts on AMD, you're getting wrecked. All right, because it didn't go to the upside. It didn't go to the downside. She is doing her job. She is just freaking out. Okay, she's freaking out on everybody. TiVo doing good things out there. All right, doing good things. Let's see. Yep, control lost. Okay, yeah. Woo's trading some good things. Small loss. That's good. And I was talking about language because he was like, Google, this thing went up. It was awesome. He said he took it, closed the trade, and I was, your words matter. And that's what I was trying to emphasize here. You didn't panic sell. You took some profits, but then, but it was a small loss because I don't know, whatever, So, but Wu's doing good things. I would rather you go ahead and take a trade. It's not working, cut it, than take a trade and then being too embarrassed to say, okay, it's not working, I need to cut this thing. Like, don't be too embarrassed to do that. Like, it's okay to just take the money. Like, take the money. There's no reason to continue to get to lose money because you don't want to cut it. So good job, Wu. Good job. I did a poll. How many trades you take a week? More than 10, less than 10, more than 10. And some people are like, no money goes unused. They just keep going. And it really wasn't implying anything. I just wanted to see what people do. Lots of people saying they take less than 10. That's good. I think that's good. Over trading is a problem. Over trading is a problem. Let me see. Try to get back to the 22nd. Anything funny out there that happened? I got 3 minutes, and we're gonna go over what's going on in the broader averages. Good morning, everybody. Chat is rolling. USA jobs reports dropped. All right, jobs dropped. Are they gonna do another Fed cut? All right, that's the question. We got these stupid bots. I hate these bots. I hate the bots. I'm sorry, just going back to where it was. Stupid bots. Yep. Do nothing. All right. It opens up inside day like this. Do nothing. And eventually it went 2-1-2 down. Excuse me. Eventually it went 2 down and chose a direction. But until then, if it's inside day, there's 500 stocks on SPY. Leave it alone. Just wait till it makes a decision. All right. 24th, anything else? Good morning. Let's see. AMD doing its thing. AMD just messing around. Yep, back to her old habits again. 23rd. Yeah. I'm out here being silly. All right, I think that's the whole week. It's been interesting. This was good. Stop being so hard on yourself, okay? Start your trades with a small position. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance to actually learn, and that's a typo. But a chance to actually learn. Okay, people think it's like a set goal, achieve. They're like they do a weekend shift or a Strat Camp webinar with me, and they're like, I'm gonna start winning. I'm gonna start making all this money immediately. That might be true for some. But you got to give yourself time to learn, okay? Give yourself time to learn, all right? It's not a straight line, all right? It's not a straight line. You'll get it. I know you will. That's going to do it for my intro. Let's go over the broader averages on what happened last week. Let's go over what happened last week. BN Cruz with the super chat. Thank you so much. What do you want to look at? What do you want to talk about? Bien, that's the rules. You use one of them super chats. I stop what I'm talking about. Talk about what you want to talk about. You got a blue check on X? If so, change your settings to where only after blue checks can respond. It'll cut out. Yeah. So what I've been doing is, not everybody has blue checks. So what I've been doing is just using only people that I follow can respond. And that still cuts out some of the people that I do follow, that do follow me, but they can still respond because not everybody has blue checks. But you're right, Zay, you're right. Good tips. Let's go over what happened last week. BN Cruz wants to look at ASTS. She used that super chat. Shooter on the week. What is happening here? All right, looks like an old broadening formation that was drawn on that thing. It's been doing some stuff since then. Bam. All right, remember we want to trade the reversals within this broadening formation. Now a shooter on the week. Let's see if they want to take that thing below $45.22. Let's make it yellow so we can see it. Make it yellow. All right, $45.22. It's still green on the month, all right? So we need to acknowledge that it's green on the month. That's why we're looking at this. This is Space Mobile. This is so you can, I remember this. Dividend Dog brought this up. This is so you can call your grandma in space. This is so you can call grandma in space. That's what this is. I remember this because he bought this thing way down here at $2.95, and I'm like, it's a penny stock. I'm not touching it. But once I got up in here, you know, we can start looking for actionable signals. All right, still good. Still good. All right, so they could be taking some profits on this. All right, and if that happens, if that shooter goes in force below $45.22, the magnitude is $39.42. All right, that's our first target. We want to see what they want to do there. Trend's still pretty strong, and the money flow index is still showing they're putting their money in there. So despite the market going down, they're like, we want to call grandma from space. We want to call grandma from space. No more drop calls. No more drop calls. We'll put that on the weekly watch list for next week. Very good, very good. Being cruise, forgot all about that one. SPY. Here's SPY. Ends up doji on the day, not doing much. Gross. Didn't do a whole bunch. All right. Here is the 22nd. All right. 22nd right here. Let's make that. Yep, it's pink. Here's our pink learning line. That was Monday. All right. Let's do this Monday. Bam. And so here's your week. Here's your days. Here's your 60 minutes. All right. Just not great. Yes, you could have made some money here. Not 3-2 down. All right. And then drifting back up. So Dow Jones pretty much the same thing. Doji on the week, no actionable signal for next week. The 60s dang near look the same. QQQ, they hate you. I love saying that, but they don't really hate you, QQQ. Doji on the week, 2 reversal back up on the day on yesterday, but then again, not doing a whole bunch, all right? Let's go to multi-view, TrendSpider. All right, let's look at all the rest of the sectors. Volatility, even though things are going to the lows, UVXY, all right, still going to the lows, all right. The volatility is not going up, is what I'm saying, all right. VIX is not going up. All right, XLK with tech, all right. Doji on the week, no actionable signal. Utilities did go 2 up, all right. But there's no actionable signal for next week. Let's see if that continues. XLE scenario 3 on the week. They took out the lows and the highs. This XLE has been really odd. Really odd. Labu Biotechs 3-2 up on the week. No actionable signal for next week. XLV Healthcare has been a mess. Now we can't take Tylenol. Tylenol is why I can't read good. That's a joke. That's a bad joke too. Tylenol. I don't know. That's all I gotta say. Tylenol is a mess. Eggs are ready. Beep. That's funny. 212 down. XLV on the week. Golly. XRT retail form, that's a little ugly. Hammer retail, maybe we'll look for some upside on retail. That's not really a nice prominent thing, but shaking my head, semiconductors still going to the highs. That's good. And then XLP consumer staples to the lows. Shooter and force way back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks to the lows. Man. Isn't it XLE an outside bar? Yes. XLE scenario, outside bar, but in the strat is also we call it a scenario 3 because there's only 3 ways anything can trade. All right, inside bar, scenario 1. Inside bar doesn't take out either side of the previous range. This is a scenario 1. All right, scenario 2 takes out one side of the previous range, the highs or the lows. This is the highs. Let me find a good one. These are the lows. This is scenario 2 down. This is actually a 2 up and then a 2 down. And then yes, scenario 3 takes out both sides. Scenario 3 on the week. Yep, outside bar. And if they sold it down and bought it up, they can do it again. Hey, what's up? What's up? Strat Judge is in the house. You will be judged. Sad Dollar says you could take Tylenol once a week. All right. Oh man. Someone said I take Tylenol PM. That way I only have problems at night. I was like, golly. I was like, no. When you say scenario 3, reminds me of Rob. Yep. Rob used to. So on Fridays, if you guys follow me on Fridays, I show old videos from Rob's own YouTube, and just give everybody a reminder what the real Strat is all about. And I teach it just like Rob taught it, because I worked with Rob directly for 2 years straight, and he made sure, do it right. If you're going to show people the Strat, do it right. Say says, oh, okay. Yep, you're really good at explaining the Strat. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yep, scenario 3. Only 3 ways anything can trade. Yep, and then once a 3, always a 3. Can't not be, all right? So a scenario 1 can become a 2. A scenario 1 can become a 2. All right, it starts, let's just say, let's say this started out way in here, scenario 1, and then eventually it can become a 2, all right, during that day. And then same thing with a 2, a 2. A 1 can become a 2, and a 2 can become a 3. So a 2 becoming 3, this goes 2 down. It's a 2 down, but then it starts to come, well, actually that started way up here. 2 up. And it comes down, and then once it takes out the lows of that one, that becomes a 3. But there's no scenario like 4. There's no scenario 4. It's just, that's it. Once a 3, always a 3. No one can dispute that this is an outside bar. No one can dispute that this is scenario 3. Nobody. I mean, they can. I mean, I'm sure anybody can say nuh-uh as much as they want, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help them. Yeah, those are old videos are so much fun. Strat Judge, okay. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So that's what's happening on the sectors. Small cappers did go 2 to reversal back up, but didn't do a whole bunch. All right, that's for Marlon B. And TiVo, he's been trying to trade options on small cappers straight up. He says it moves slow. So I haven't really met or talked to too many people that do that, but he says it works. When it works, but it's moving slow. RSP, S&P 500 equal weighted. This gives all the stocks the same weight, the big guys and the little guys. So it's not just Tesla and Microsoft and Apple telling everybody what the market's doing. It's the little guys too, the little $35 stocks. It's everybody. And it did go 2 to reversal back up on the day. That's my time for broader averages. But I like looking at this because it lets us know, okay, what are the average stocks doing? And you can see the money flow index shows there's not a lot of volume in here. Okay, not a lot of volume in here. Not a lot of people putting a bunch of money into this. Okay. Again, we're not using the money flow index for buy or sell signals, but this does measure price and volume at the same time. And it's just a better way to quantify volume instead of just a bunch of bars. They're not putting a lot of money in that. All right, they're not. So that's the broader averages. Let's look for some actionable signals for next week. Let's do it. All right, we are in the tank. We are in the tank. Put your helmet on so you don't bang your head around. All right. And my green screen hates the fact that the helmet's green. It hates it. It hates it. It wants me to do something else, you know, but I can't. Sorry. Anyway, safety first. Actually, it's safety third because it's mission first, but whatever. Let's go. Let's do it. All right, let's go over the weekly signals from last week really fast. I've already labeled these things. If you want to see me go through that manually, go check out the membership section on my YouTube. Weekend Shift Crew gets videos every day, and the Strat Warriors get coaching on Saturday and macro vids, okay? And then all the old Weekend Shift videos from all the way from 3 years ago, they're all getting archived, all right? And they're getting put in there for the Strat Warriors to watch, all right? Amazon was a win, 212 down, shooter in force on the week to the lows.
Finish him.
All right, kill him. All right, Amazon, get it down there. And then you see in the news that there was some lawsuit on Amazon. They were tricking everybody into, you know, the one-click buy Amazon Prime thing, you know. You're tricking people, Amazon. That's not good. BIIB was a win. That was a win.
Finish him.
All right, 212 down. Taking these guys out. Anytime the 60s were the same color as the daily, the weekly, and the monthly, it was... Nope, the monthly's green. Now let me take that back. But the overall time frame continuity was red. All right. BIIB was a win. COP, all the energies went straight back up. Even the money flow index, look at that. All the energies went straight back up. The problem was it kept putting in shooters. All right, this is Monday, 22nd, shooter. Tuesday, shooter. Wednesday, you know, not a shooter, but not showing a lot of buying. You know, it just kept, all the energies kept doing that. Very weird. Zay, what do you know about energies? Was there any news out there that keeps doing that? I'm sure it's geopolitical stuff, but I mean, just all, you'll see that. Chevron, same thing. Just keeps putting up shooters. All right, come on now. Not going to the lows, not going to the lows, not going to the lows. And that's very important, okay? That's very important to recognize it's not going to the lows, okay? This is why we don't get in early. A lot of people will see one of these shooters and go, I know it's going to the lows. I know it is. XLE stinks. I'm going to go ahead and buy puts on this. And guess what? The next day it opens up at 158.25 and they're getting killed. All right? They're getting no good. No good. All right? I don't want you to get in early. Wait for it to go in force. Anyway, the trend is up. Devin continuing to the highs. I did not call these wins because we were looking for the shooter to go down in force, but it went scenario 3 on the day right back up. So you're not going to see any wins on these energy stocks. ABG did go 2-2 down. It took out this one, but I wanted to see it hit this one, so it didn't really hit magnitude. AEO did go in force on the week. Didn't do much though. Okay, not a lot. Zillow, getting murdered.
Fatality.
All right, Zillow to the lows. My goodness, look at that money flow. Forming a scenario 3 and a shooter on the week. On the month. Let's see what they want to do for October. Let's see how it closes on September 1st. But Zillow not doing great. All right, but if you took that to the lows, that's a win. Pins. 312 down. Wow. Jeez, man. If you took that to the downside, that was a win for you. Anytime that the month, the week, the daily, and the 60 were all the same color, that was full time frame continuity to the downside. All right, definitely a win for us though. Rocket. Zay says, yeah, Trump said something at the UN summit that put a bid under oil. Okay. So many energy stocks started to run. Okay. All right. Yeah, Z puts were a beautiful thing. Marlin B, not much for next week. No, not much for next week. It's a messy mess. All right. It's going to be all news that gets this market working for next week. I don't know. We'll see. Rocket not doing a lot. It did go 212 down, but we didn't hit the target of $16. So And then Southern Company, I've been calling this one So What. I think I've been confusing people with that. But So What? To the highs. To the highs.
Bingo!
All right. Hammer in force, and it hit. It took out these targets and then hit our magnitude at $94.49. Very good. Very good. All right. Very good. AMD doing nothing. AMD. Oh, my gosh. Oh, AMD. AMD. That's not the button. That's the button. All right. If you bought calls or puts in this thing, you got wrecked. All right. You got wrecked. Why? Because it didn't do anything. It didn't do nothing the whole week. All right. This is Monday. Monday line. Monday. Doing nothing. All right, Monday. Look at these 1 hour charts. Or these 1 hour bars. Yuck. Come on now. Man, AMD automatic money destroyer. You bought calls or puts. This thing didn't do jack. All right, you lost both ways. You lost both ways. Yep. So CNC, I like to call this one CNC sound machine. Snare rev strat, one bar rev strat on the week above $33.48, and to the highs, still good. Did not hit target. HCA was a win. That was a win. All right, win to the highs. Very good. You could still be in that if you want to, but it's a win. All right. LH was a win. Very good. All right. MCK win. Very good. All right. UHS win. Still bringing them up to the highs. Still moving. Still good. All right. Oxy, another energy. Just kept putting in shooters. All right. Ooh. Dick's Sporting Goods. These guys bought Foot Locker. One bar rev strat. Took out the lows. Took out the highs. That is an outside bar. Took out all of these guys. Got outside of this scenario 3 here. That's good. That's the stuff we want to see. Will it keep going? That's what we want to know. Nvidia win. Not a lot of magnitude on this. It went above 178.77. Got all the way back up to 184. Came back in a little bit, but that one worked. DraftKings to the lows. Wow. All right, DraftKings. This hammer in force and then came right back down. Jeez, now shooter on the day for Monday, but goodness gracious, DraftKings, yuck. Full time ends the week. Full time frame continuity to the downside. Goodness. All right, Pepsi. Full time. Oh nope. Anytime these 60s were nope. It was green on the day. Okay. All right. Sorry about this. All right. Didn't see that. Pepsi not doing a lot. We were looking for that to go up. It did not. Now shooter on the week for next week. So we're going to leave it on the list. I should have been taking these other ones off the list as we were going through them. I forgot to do that. KHC did go up. It came right back down. Remember, they are splitting up cheese ketchup. They are splitting these guys up. They're like, man, we'll probably make more money if you just sold ketchup. And I'll probably make more money if I just sold cheese. And they're like, okay. So they're splitting that up. 10-year conglomerate. All right, very cool. Net did not go in force to the upside, but it did go 2 up on the week, so we got to take that off. We're going to take that off. I was going to say we're going to leave it on, but we're not. Walmart did go 2 down, now forming a hammer on the week above 103.16. The magnitude is 105. You're just buying something that's all-time highs. Be careful. It doesn't mean it can't work, but be careful. JTX win. JTX was a win. Very good. Took out these guys. APA. Still just moving to the highs. PSX. We talked about this during the coaching session. Again, just kept putting in shooters. Not PSX so much. It kept going to the highs. not so messy. XOM, a little messy, all right, but kept moving up. AAP, not a win. Inside on the week. And then eBay got added. That was a win. That was a win at 2-1 hammer and force on the week above $91.43. It hit $93.56. I know that's not a lot, but it did it. And it came right back down on Friday. So eBay at a retail, that was an ad. That was an ad. I thought that would keep going. It did not. It did not. So it was a tiny win. Teeny tiny win. Let's get this thing cleared up. Look for actionable signals for next week. Not seeing a whole bunch. Walmart, I think we're leaving Walmart on there. I think we're clearing all these out. Yep. Walmart, we're leaving on there. Clear these guys out. Nope, we're leaving that one on there. ASTS. All right. All right. So bam. All right. So let's start all over. We're looking at retail. Anybody put your stocks now's the time. Put your tickers in the chat. Put your tickers in the chat. Things you want to look at. Now's the time. Put your tickers in the chat. Someone said CMCI. CMCI shooter on the week. Let's see if they want to take that thing down below $44.20. And that could go all the way down to $39.60. All right. Let's see what they want to do there. Okay. All right. It's on there. It's on there. It's on the list. It's on the list. It is 2 up on the month, but not super strong. All right. Let's go through the top mentions, see if there's anything good in there. We'll go down to retail. What I normally do is look for actionable signals, hammer, shooter, inside bar on the sectors, and then I'll go to that sector and go down those and see if we can find actionable signals that are doing the same thing as the main ETF chart, but not really doing that. Okay, there's no actionable signals on the week except for retail. It might. We'll look at retail just because it looks like it's putting in it. It looks like a hammer. It looks like a hammer. Just not really what we look for. Tesla's still going to the highs. We need to remember that this is Elon Musk buying his own stocks. All right, but it's still good. All right, monthly chart took out 349. Excuse me, 439.34. The next target after that is 486. Marlon B with the super chat. What's up? He says, here, give me these. And he said, oh boy. He said, these things might bounce. Ready to bounce. PayPal, also one of the top mentioned stocks for next week. All right. Insight on the week. Man, honestly, I'm looking for this thing to continue to the downside, but we'll mark both sides. PayPal has been on the struggle bus. Let's see if it goes above $68.90 or below $66.20. All right, it is red on the week. So just based on time frame continuity, for me, from what I see, the most probable trade is to the downside. DE, John Deere, tractor, DE, Deere, shooter on the week. Momo shooter on the week. Let's see if they want to take that down below 463, and the magnitude, well, technically the first target is 451. All right, 2 down on the month. Weeklies, bam. All right, and then he said, give me Palantir. Palantir teamed up with Boeing to do AI stuff for Boeing. Apparently, Boeing needs AI to say, hey, one of your windows popped off out of one of your planes. Hey, one of these windows might pop off if you bank left like that again. You be careful. That's what they want Palantir to help with. 2-2 reversal, possible 2-2 reversal back down below 174.29. The magnitude's 161 if they really want to start taking profits on Palantir, okay? Since I'm talking about Boeing, we'll look at Boeing real quick, and then we'll do Marlon B's last one. Boeing, scenario 3 on the week. We could possibly get the 3-2 up, but it's red on the month, green on the week. This is odd, all right? And the reason why this happened is because it gapped up on Friday. But red on the month, green on the week, red on the day, red on the 60s, all right? Sellers are still in control of this. Based on time frame continuity, sellers still in control of Boeing. It's just not really getting wrecked, all right? Got me laughing. Zay got me laughing. And then hood. Is it all good in the hood? Let's find out. Yeah, shooter on hood, all right? Shooter on hood. We don't need this line anymore. Let's move it up here. All right, let's see if that goes in force below 120. Top. Let's see if that goes in force below 120.34. And the magnitude is 112.76, all right? 112.76. Still just going to the highs, all right? All right, so this just could be profit taking, you know, so we'll see. Actionable signal for next week. We only got 2 days left in September, so they could be, taking profits the first 2 days, Monday and Tuesday next week, and then October comes in, and we're going to find out what they really want to do, all right? And a lot of news, so we need to just be patient. First week of the month, next week, be patient, all right? Let them open. Don't just start buying a bunch of stuff, all right, hoping that this is going to be the time. You should never have that feeling of, I'm going to make it all back on this move. You should, if you have that thought, you're about to do the wrong thing. I'm about to make up all my losses back up on this next move. Be careful. I suggest do not submit those orders. Do not do it, because you're just gambling. All right, you're putting yourself in the wrong mindset. All right. Sand Dollar says look for the dip and then the rev strap back up for the win on DE. Okay. All right. Lots of buybacks. Yep, lots of buybacks. So that does all the Marlon B's. Zay, to bring Zay in on the inside joke, price cannot bounce. All right, it cannot bounce. Price does not have mass, therefore it cannot have velocity. All right, it does not bounce. These are not physical lines. It bounced off the VWAP. It bounced off the 1.68 Fibonacci line. It bounced. Oh Lord. People get mad when I say price can't bounce. Price cannot bounce. Take it in. All right, Zay says he's gonna take it easy this week. Yeah, take it easy. End of the quarter. Yes, that's good. That's true. End of the quarter, possible government shutdown. Jobs posting this week. Yep. And then the market wants a Goldilocks number. Don't like it. Yeah. DE is in the Goldilocks zone of the Fibonacci. Marlon B, I'm driving to your house. And we're gonna fight. We'll use really big boxing gloves so we don't really hurt each other, but we're gonna fight. He'll be sitting there with his Strat Soldier coffee mug he got, and he's like, oh, okay, this is for real. Hold on. Man, he could probably take me. I don't know. He trades options. He's like, what's my odds? I could probably win. Let's see if there's anything else out there. Snap might be going to the lows. Funds, piece of crap. What do you call it? Piece of crap. Penny stock. Lucid, even though they did their reverse split, it's going up. All right, the reverse split. All right, we'll see what they want to do. BB, Best Buy. No, BlackBerry. BB's BlackBerry. Ooh, all right. I missed this. 2-2 reversal back up on the month. And then Hammer, and that was a couple weeks ago. Hammer went in force on BlackBerry. It's $4.95. That's a penny stock. Forget it. Sorry, I got excited about nothing. Best Buy. Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath. Gross. Bed Bath. Bloodbath. SoFi, not a shooter, but it's been doing well. Net, Visa, what's the Visa doing? Shooter. Visa's got a shooter, and it's red on the month. Let's see if they want to take some more profits on this. Below 334.51. Below 334.51. All right, pins, we talked about pins. BKKT. All right. Again, we're just looking through stocks that a lot of people are talking about. What are people talking about? CLF, they're talking about these things. Neo, piece of junk. Leave this thing alone. It is moving up, though. It is moving up. I don't know. Rocket, we already talked about Market. Clove, that's a penny stock. CRSR, Gaming. All right, inside on the month, shooter on the week. We're digging at the bottom. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel, but there's an actionable signal. We're just like digging in there, like, there's one. Found one. First, like, found an actionable signal. Not, All right. BBAI. What's that? I thought we had this one on the charts a while back. BBAI. Big Bear? Yes, Big Bear. I want to call that a shooter as well. But the open and the close is the same, so that's technically a doji, but it could go 322 back down.
The 322.
And then go back down to 502. Be careful here, all right? It is just above penny stock level, just above. Lucid is much better than Neo if you like that side of the planet. Oh yeah, okay, I'll give you that. I just want to say Lucid had to do a reverse stock split to make their stocks make sense, because they just kept selling them into the dirt. It was like $4.52. Like, it was bad. What's this one? Chug? No, Chegg. Shooter on, that's $1.50. Sorry, man. Any other actionable signals you guys want to look at? Roku still moving up. I wanted to get in on Roku about right here, $73.75, and I did not have an alert on that. So Roku, it's okay though, because if Roku's really going to move, if Roku really got their act together, there's going to be lots of times to get in on this. All right, there's going to be lots of times. All right, Roku used to be $4.90.31. All right, there's a lot of people that like to say, well, it's never going to get back up there ever again. It could happen. All right, it can happen. If they valued it up there once, they could do it again. All right. Okay. Sand Dollar says you must live down there by Big Bear. Okay, it's here in Southern California. Very good. Nike. Someone said Nike. Is it the shoes? I guess we can go down now. We can go down Dow Jones. Let's go down Dow Jones. There's only 30 stocks in there. There's only 30 stocks in the Dow. All right, this is an old chart. This is old. All right, yeah. Oh man, 2-2 reversal back down on the month. Sellers in control of Nike. Golly, Nike getting
Fatality.
All right, Nike not doing great. All right, not doing hot. No actionable signal for next week, and there's no reason to start buying this. Do not buy stocks when they're red. Do not buy stocks when they're red. Do not buy stocks when they're red, okay? Goodness. Well, it's all the way down here. This looks like a buy to me. Golly, do you watch any of my videos? No, wait till it reverses back up. Then we get in, all right? Then we know the buyers are in there. ZM, okay. And then we'll go back down Dow Jones real quick, and that'll be it for today. Hammer on ZM, Zoom. Hammer on Zoom above $85.03. It's green on the month. I like that. I like that. All right, Zoom. I use Zoom all the time. All right. The magnitude's $87. All right, Zoom. It used to be somebody. Zoom used to be somebody. All right. Back in them COVID days. It feels like it's been a long time. Sometimes it feels like it was just 3 weeks ago. Sometimes it feels like it's been a long time ago. It depends on how your perspective on things. But it used to be $5.90. All right. Zoom is also one of those Kathy Wood stocks. Miss Kathy Wood loves to trade some Zoom. And it would be awesome to say, okay, it's Zoom's like $500 right now, and you got in at 85 bucks. All right. That would be amazing. Being said, AMPY. AMPY. Energy, 2 up on the month. That's good. $6. All right. All right. As long as it stays above $5. The trend is good. No actionable signal for next week, but the trend is good. Trend is good. Money flow index is definitely reconfirming that the buyers are in there. All right. So on tomorrow, next week probably could open up inside week. All right, but it can open up inside week and then take off. So let's watch that one. No actionable signal for next week, but it's good. I like it. I like it. What's it doing on the? That's a penny. No, it's not. It's not a penny stock. It's not a penny stock. It is hammer in force on the quarter. The quarter is about to end. Next year could be really good on this. I want to put this on the macro because it is 2 up on the quarter, but it's not creating an actionable signal for next quarter. All right. I'll think about it. Mini mines, Triple M, no actionable signal. Ugly shooter, but no actionable signal. Forming shooter on the month. AXP, American Express, Doji on the week. AAPL, Apple, hammer in, up 2 up on the week right here. All right, 2 up on the week. That's good. And the stock, this TrendSpider trading bot has been doing its job. It's been doing this job. If you watched that episode with me with Jason Kretsky and he made this bot way back when, all right, it's still doing good. It's still got me in there. And I have TrendSpider and I have my TrendSpider linked to Signal Stack. And when these bots go in force and they put me in trades, I'm trading my actual money in Signal Stack, and they got a sell on that this weekend. Go check it out, TrendSpider and Signal Stack. All right, if you need a little help on that, I got a link. Link is in the description for TrendSpider, and I'll get you the link on Signal Stack if you want to do that. All right, make these trading bots, activate them. All right, and then you can tell it how many shares you want that thing to trade. All right, Boeing. We already talked about Boeing. Cat Tractor, shooter on the week. Do they really want to take them down? Take a little bit of profits on this below 459.57. Oops. All right, 459.57. The magnitude is 430.92 to the lows. All right. Do they really want to do that? Now it is 2 up on the month and at all-time highs. So if that does work, it's just going to be profit taking, okay? Profit taking. Chevron, we already talked about that. Cisco, inside on the week, inside on the month, leave it alone. Coke, oh gosh.
Fatality.
Oh, full time frame continuity to the downside. Anytime the 60s were also red. Coca-Cola just getting destroyed. Disney not doing okay. Not really getting killed. It's just kind of hanging in there. Disney. Dow, hammer on the week. Okay, that's interesting. Hammer on the week. Do they want to take that thing up above $23.70? The magnitude is $25.81. I know we're scraping the bottom of the barrel for these signals. XOM, already talked about that. Goldman Sachs, Goldman Sachs Doji on the day at $800. Marlon B says, give me Q-U-R-E. Hold on. All right. Q-U-R-E. Wow. Wow. What is happening here? Goodness. It went from $14 all the way up to $40. What is this? What is happening here? And this is not a new stock either. All right. It used to be up to $83. Holy crap. Wow. All right. We'll put that on the macro vid. We'll put that on the macro list. That is straight to the highs. Goodness gracious. What's it doing on the year? All right. This triggered all kind of stuff. What is happening there? Is there any news on this? Let's see. Uniquire announces pricing of upsized $300 million public offering of this big number ordinary shares per share. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find actual news. This is just saying they're raising their price targets. What is happening? Oh, these guys maintained buy on okay, $95 they say could go to. What is happening? What caused this? Trading higher after Chardin Capital maintained a buy rating on the stock and raised its price target from $35 to $76. There's no way. That can't be why. Okay. Just staged one of biotech's wildest rides of the year, soaring at 248% in a single session after unveiling successful trial results for its experimental Huntington's disease gene therapy. That's the news. There he is. That's the news. Okay, Huntington's disease discovery. It's a cure. All right. Very interesting. Woo. All right. With those pharmaceuticals and healthcare, I always, Robbie always used to say, cure some, would you? Because that's what happens. All right, so it's working. All right. Yep, very good. Very good. Man, wow. All right, it's working. The drugs are working. All right, we'll watch that. Man, can you imagine getting a hold of that? Woo. Good stuff. And that was a straight gap up too. How could you have gotten in on that gap up? 212 up above $41.95 on the 60-minute chart. You could say, okay, it's working. You'd be up, that much right now. But you'd be up $11. All right, a little more than that. But yeah, awesome. That's how you would have got in after that gap up like that. Okay, very good. Hopefully it stays up there. Let's see if there's anything else interesting in Dow Jones. We're going to go down these quick. McDonald's inside week above 306.49. We'll put that on the list. Is Merck doing the work? No. Microsoft. It is a hammer. Green on the month. All right. We'll put that on the list. We're going to go through these kind of quick. Usually when I go down Dow Jones is because I'm not seeing any actionable signals in anything else. Pfizer, shooter on the week, below $23.58. Let's see if they want to keep just destroying them. PG, shooter in force on the week. Procter & Gamble, no actionable signal for next week. Travelers, insight on the week. Let's see if they want to keep. People want to keep traveling above 279.02. UNH, we talked about UNH. Okay, the actionable signal for it was kind of forming an ugly shooter right here. I don't think that's really a shooter. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Probably going to open up inside day. Oops. Probably going to open up inside week. I'm sorry. Zoom, Verizon, hammer on the week above $43.76. Let's see what they want to do there. Not doing a whole bunch on the month though, okay? Not doing a whole bunch on the month. Visa, shooter on the week. We talked about that. We talked about Walmart. CRM, shooter on CRM below 239.66. It's red on the month. Let's see what they want to do below 234.90. HON, full-time frame continuity to the downside. Ooh, Momo shooter on that thing. CVS getting their life together. Okay. Shooter on the week though. Let's see if they want to take profits on that. Below $74 or $73.76 or 67 cents. All right. And IBM was in the news on Friday. Still doing great. 2-2 reversal back up on the month. IBM doing good stuff. IBKR still alive. No actionable signal for next week. And Meta, last one. Meta got added to Dow Jones. I think that's what I was told. That doesn't make sense. I don't think it did. I think BKR. This is it, Interactive Brokers is what got added to it. I got to get off of there. Sorry, my bad. All right. Anyway, Meta not doing a whole bunch anyway. Jeez. All right. Art's in the house. What's up, man? He said I could take the hint. I'm out of here. What's up, Art? What's going on, Art? All right, here's your weekly watch list for next week. We kind of digging, scraping the bottom of the barrel, trying to find actionable signals just because there's not a lot going on out there in these sectors. If you have this imported into your TrendSpider, your weekly actionable signals list should be updating right now. If you have TrendSpider, here's the list. Here's where you can import that thing into your TrendSpider. All right. And that's going to do it for me. Give me a second here. Let me get out of this tank. All right. Oh, I'm fuzzy again. All right. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Very cool. Thank you, Zay, for showing up. That's awesome. Very fun. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. So much fun. We got Art in the house, Marlon B, and Cruz, Sand Dollar, Beach Bum. Let me see here. Try not to repeat. And then Brent's in the house. Richard, the Strat Judge. Thank you so much for the super chats. Dub Jones. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, Terry Baker, thank you so much. Go check out thestratsoldier.com. I got a new bundle. All right, the Strat starter kit. You get 2 ebooks, Zero to Trading, and then Hammer in Force. I get you started. All right, how to find a broker, how to start an account, how to get going, how to read charts. That's Zero to Trading, and then Hammer in Force. That's one actionable signal that'll get you in on anything that trades. And then I send you one of these coffee mugs. All right, get in there. And then also check out Combat Load. That's going to get you everything on the website, to include a one-on-one with me. All right, and I did 2 one-on-ones this week. All right, the people that bought that Combat Load, they're getting the most value out of all of it. All right, so thank you so much for being here. This was fun, and keep looking through some stuff. You go watch Zay's show. Go watch Beach Bum. And then put things on the list that on your watch list that makes sense to you. And I'll talk to you guys next week. All right, peace.